Patrick Mahomes is the injury that we chatted about to even start this entire injuries or Dookie. I mean, this is face of the NFL. This is the man leading, a dynasty right now in front of our eyes, in our face. Before he was like 27 years old, he had already built up a GOAT-type legacy, a GOAT-type resume, multiple-time Super Bowl champion. Always remained a human. Everybody started hating him, obviously, because he's Patrick Mahomes. He's on top of the world. Still would have beers with the boys. Still kind of do his thing. Was trying to live his life while being under the microscope of being the guy who's leading the biggest league on earth. He put out a tweet, obviously, that was like, hey, I'll be back stronger than ever. But whenever you see these types of stats, you understand that we're watching greatness happen. And he said he'll be back stronger than ever. Don't know why this had to happen, and not going to lie, it hurts. But all we can do now is trust in God and attack every single day over and over again. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom, for always supporting me, and for everyone who has reached out and sent prayers. I'll be back stronger than ever. And we love that type of work ethic. We love that type of mindset. That is why he is who he is. But this sucks for the league, Dig-Butt. Yeah. This sucks for the league that we lose Patrick Mahomes. Whether you love him or you hate him, when he's on TV, he's must watch.
Yeah, you want 15 playing. You want him in the playoffs. You want to see him play. I mean, it's super unfortunate, not only for this season, but we don't know how next season looks now for him or the Kansas City Chiefs. But unbelievable hit to the National Football League. It's crazy. He still hasn't and won't take a snap, being mathematically eliminated from the playoffs in his career. And that list you just put up with him having 5 more wins at this point in his career, that is ridiculous. If he's done, let's say obviously he's not done, this dynasty, if this Chiefs dynasty is over, like we talked about a little bit ago, that'll still go down as probably a Mount Rushmore dynasty when it comes to the NFL.
I believe he's got 2 kids under the age of 4 or 2 right now. I mean.
But he'll be back.
He's got 9 months till September. So that's back. Right on time, right?
He'll be back.
I agree, but let's just think about the human. Like, hey, Mama Mahomes, good luck out there, man.
Yeah.
Got a guy.
Yeah.
Not that, he's MVP. He's a starting quarterback in the NFL. Obviously, a lot of time is allotted to that. But now he's not going to be able to move. I mean, that is, there's a lot of stress. Just like whenever we're talking about Joey Burrow, it's not just like, hey, in the facility, it's in my life. It's like, hey, we got humans here, not just a video game. So whenever you talk about everything else happening with Patrick Mahomes, we're only pulling for him for the good of the league.
Yeah, and I think, he's obviously been banged up before, and I don't know about college, high school, all that kind of stuff, but this is the first time he's had an injury of this magnitude. Same with Micah, those guys where all of a sudden, for the most part, you stay healthy throughout your entire career, and then you get something like this where it's like, hey, you're going to be down for 9 months. Learning how to deal with something like that when you've never had to deal with it before, you can understand how it's quite the blow.
Hey, we'll miss you, Mahomes.
It's been by far the longest break he's had. I know it's rehab and it sucks, the injuries, but every season he's gone at least to the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl. So that's a much shortened offseason. So now you got offseason starts now, and that's be the longest by far that he's ever had.
A LeBron run.
Yeah.
Remember LeBron was making it to the Eastern Conference Finals every year for 10 straight years, and then somehow shortest offseason and doing it again going forward. Patrick Mahomes had to do that, and this year he was running more than ever.
A lot more.
Running more than ever, hitting people more than ever. And that rarely happens as a GOAT's career goes forward. Normally as the GOAT goes forward, the contact gets less. This year he was running more, hitting more, getting hit more, and it's kind of a crazy how it's all gone. But to your point about the rest, recovery is not rest. It sucks. What he's about to go through sucks. All these injuries, every injury you hear about, all you hear is a timetable, hey, 9 months he'll be back. Hey, this guy should be back by the playoffs. From that point of injury to when they come back, sucks. That whole thing sucks. Hurts, the amount of time that it takes, the monotony of just having to do this little tiny things every single day. Very rarely gets talked about. We try to point it out. Patrick Mahomes' life is about to suck to get back being healthy, as is obviously Micah, as is every other injury that we see take place. So all we can say is Godspeed.
Yep. Yeah, and we talked about the cap there for a second. He actually might get a pretty sweet extension, which is going to maybe kind of motivate him even more in the middle of this offseason to can continue to work.
Yeah, maybe he gets that immortal.
Gets
maybe
that.
He gets a couple of those in his backyard.
Creates a lot of cap space, maybe gets a receiver, maybe one back from Miami. I don't know. Just things that could happen.
See, Tyreek. You okay?
I was just thinking about him.
I'm not getting. I don't want to get too negative about it, but I'm not gonna say it. Well, it's I don't want to say it. Joey B saying he's not having fun. It's the way you guys built the team, we all thought you guys weren't going to be able to win, right? Like Tyreek Hill, when you took the bag to go to Miami, the thought was you're not going to win.
No,
when you
that
go,
was not the thought.
that was kind of the thought.
No,
hey, you're leaving a dynasty to go get paid down there. You're probably not going to win as much. And then there's like, well, I want to win. It's like, well, we all knew that this is kind of what the case was. It's just like Max Crosby. Like Max knows they're not going to win, right? Like that is kind of the thing. He just continues to show up, which we massive respect. Myles Garrett, if he next year says like, I'm tired of not winning, it's like, well, we told you, you knew, you even wrote it.
Yeah, you wrote it.
You even wrote it, like you're not going to win. So it's like,
Ever.
there's certain situations where it's like, you kind of, I don't want to say sacrifice, but you did kind of acknowledge that this was not going to be kind of with each other. And then it kind of all happens. But once again, want everybody to be happy. Want everybody to have cake and
Eat it too.
Mm-hmm. And then also the team that is eliminated from playoffs, which is very abnormal at this stage of the season. The Kansas City Chiefs are officially gone from the playoffs.
Yeah, they are.
Which leads to the number 4 headline, a decade of dominance. A dynasty delayed or deleted? Will this dynasty have to have a new chapter? Will this dynasty be able to continue for another 10 years, maybe another 15 years? Will Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes be able to carry it from one chapter to the next, a la the New England Patriots? Remember the story of the New England Patriots? There was a 10-year gap between Super Bowl wins. Now, there was 2 Super Bowl losses in between those 10 years, both to Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Eli Manning probably getting into the Hall of Fame for those 2 in 2007 and 2011. But 2004 to 2014 is a 10-year gap where the Patriots didn't win a Super Bowl. They're still considered a dynasty. Will that be what happens to the Kansas City Chiefs? Is that what we're staring down? Or Chris Jones a little older.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, obviously, maybe at the end of his entire thing. Andy Reid, it's talked about every single year. Is he going to keep going? Patrick Mahomes, is he going to be able to continue to just put the team on his back? Or are they going to be able to reload and kind of re-navigate what the future looks like for a potential dynasty? Or are they deleted and are they done forever?
Oh, no.
That's a question we have to ask because they didn't make the playoffs for the first time in 11 years. You're talking about record-breaking stuff. Throughout the history of the NFL, teams have made it to the playoffs consecutive amount of times. Patriots obviously won forever. The Chiefs, the number 2 team in the longest-running consecutive playoff run. And then we see one pick from Derwin James right in front of Travis Kelce, and all of a sudden it's over. Completely, officially. And the internet was waiting for their demise. The internet was celebrating in all of our faces about the Chiefs being dead. But we've seen this before with another dynasty. Now, granted, the Patriots, once again, they continued to go. They continued to do their thing. Chiefs missing the playoffs. Are they dead? Is it done? Or is it just simply delayed, Conman?
Yeah, definitely not done. Maybe delayed. There's a chance you could argue, maybe the Mahomes-Reid dynasty together is done. That's the one thing that is the glaring difference between the two. Andy Reid is basically how old Bill Belichick was at the end, right now.
67.
Yeah, they probably have 10 more years. As long as Mahomes is there, their dynasty will never be done, but it's definitely going to change a little bit, and I would assume that maybe they saw the writing on the wall. Not many teams release a 10-part docuseries before a season, to commemorate the 3 Super Bowls they went to straight to 3. They've already won as well, but definitely sad. Anytime it goes out with a player on their shield, Mahomes getting carried out, the vibe changes, and it is a bummer to see. You never want to see anything end like that.
Yeah, and if you think about the beginning of this entire run that the Chiefs had back in 2014, life was a lot different then. You remember the Ice Bucket Challenge got launched then?
Oh, yeah.
Remember Flappy Bird?
Oh, yeah.
Great game.
Hey, Flappy Bird was in too many people's phones, taking up too much time of people's lives. The person that created it was like, we got to get rid of this game.
Yeah.
Deleted the game. People who had phones that accidentally still had Flappy Bird on it for some reason because they didn't update the software were being sold online for like hundreds of thousands of dollars because they were an ancient artifact, basically, this Flappy. That was in 2014.
Graduate high school then.
High school
Think about
graduate
that.
for Boston Connor, his second time getting that done. Happy was the song. Shake It Off from Taylor Swift. You think she was even thinking about Travis Kelce whenever she was singing Shake It Off? I mean, 2014, a long time ago. A lot has changed in the world, and now we're sitting at a time wondering if this Chiefs team is going to be able to continue to go in the future.
Yeah, and for the future, when you look at it, I saw a tweet yesterday about how, the Chiefs have a lot of work they need to do to this roster, and they are 31st in the league in cap space next year. They are $35 million over the cap for next year currently. So with all that needs to potentially be fixed with the Mahomes injury that happened yesterday and then the cap situation, it might be tough for a couple. I mean, you still have Patrick Mahomes.